Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Romeo and Juliet, and today we get to hear from Friar Lawrence in Act 4, Scene 1, which is the scene where Juliet has gone to the friar to try to enlist his help because she's supposed to marry the County Paris on Thursday, but doesn't want to because she's already married to Romeo, who she actually loves, even though he killed her cousin. But they've consummated the marriage, so like annulment isn't an option at this point. Nor does she want to end that marriage. She wants to continue to be married to Romeo. She needs a way to get out of having to marry the County Paris on Thursday. The thing is, when she told her dad she didn't want to marry the County Paris, her dad threatened to throw her out in the streets and disown her and cut her off from the family fortune. And then her mother took her father's side, probably because she's a battered wife. And then the nurse also chimed in with them, but probably from more a place of understanding and empathy, because she doesn't want Juliet to be penniless out in the streets. She raised her, so that's like her kid. So she was like, the best option is probably to just go ahead and marry the County Paris. So Juliet has run away to Friar Lawrence's cell to try to get help from him. She awkwardly ran into Paris, who, after flirting, like doing a little one-sided flirting, he left, and Juliet said to the friar, see this knife in my hand? I'm going to stab myself in the chest unless you have a way for me to get out of this, because I would rather die than marry Paris. And Friar Lawrence was like, well, I have a bit of an unconventional method if you're not afraid of doing weird things. And then she lists off like all of these things that she has been afraid of in her life and says, I would do any of these if it would get me out of marrying Paris. So tell me, what is this unconventional method that you have? And Friar Lawrence says, hold then, go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth nor breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to many ashes. The eyes' windows fall like death when he shut up the day of life. Each part deprived of supple government shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, be borne to burial in thy kindred's grave. Thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. And this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the acting it. So, his idea is that she go home and say, yes, she's going to marry Paris, but then she takes this vial of poison or some substance that he gives her that will make it look like she's dead for 42 hours, which is kind of a random amount of time. It's not quite 2 days, but okay, 42 hours. Her pulse will stop, her breathing will stop, her blood will start to settle. She'll go into like rigor mortis at the beginning of it. And this will last for 42 hours. So Wednesday night, before Thursday morning, when she's supposed to get married, she's supposed to drink this. So Thursday morning, when Paris comes to wake her up so that they can get married, he will find her dead. They will take her to the vault where all of the Capulets are taken, where all of their bodies are taken once they die. And she just gets to like sleep there for the remainder of the 42 hours. In the meantime, Friar Lawrence is going to send letters to Romeo in Mantua telling him to come get her. So when she wakes up in this tomb, 42 hours from when she drinks the vial of stuff, Romeo will be there and they can run away to Mantua together. And then at the very end, he throws in a little, like, as long as you're not too chicken for it. And she's like, give me the vial, I'm gone. And he's like, you know, be sure, be careful, all that sort of thing. She's like, at this point, I don't even care. I'm gone. I'll drink it. Bye. And that's the end of Act 4, Scene 1. So we have a plan. The safety of this plan, we're not sure because we don't know exactly what's in the vial. But she's going to drink something that a random friar gave her and hope that it will get her out of marrying the man that she doesn't want to, so she can run away with the man that she does. We'll see if it's successful. Come on back tomorrow for some more, because there's still a bit of play to go. But I think you know how this goes. We're still going to go through it together, though. It'll be fun. I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.